I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my hands. Hello, viewers. My name is Zach Hardy, and this is a video all in good fun. Now, I was really going to title this video Branflakes React to This, just so that way I could get another reaction out of him. But instead, I decided, you know what, it's better if I bring this to his attention and the title is just distinct, it's clear, and everybody knows what the video is about. Now, before I get into it, I'd like to put out a personal disclaimer. This is not meant to be hateful or disrespectful. Brennan's a very good friend of mine. Fun. This is really just a joking video, kind of just as interest towards his viewers and my viewers, and bring attention to the little faults that maybe he can change and possibly make his YouTube channel better. So the majority of this is his online persona. This is not the 7 worst things about Brandon White. This is the 7 worst things about Branflakes, his online persona. So anything to do with his YouTube channel, maybe his Twitch channel, anything he has to do with social media, anything involving the Branflakes thing, so Smash tournaments, anything like that. The 7 faults of Branflakes, not of Brandon White. If he's going to react to this, that's going to be that's fucking awesome. He can also censor my cursing out. It's going to be abundant in this video, but I was also kind of hoping that maybe he'd do one of these himself for me. I just thought that'd be interesting since I'm going out of my way to do this. I just thought that'd be funny. So maybe, you know what? Get as many likes as you can on this video, and let's see if we can persuade Brandon White to doing a 7 worst things about Zach Unitards Hardy. We'll see. So, again, as I said, this video is just out of good fun and just for your entertainment. So, without further ado, let's get into the list. Number 7, not enough memes. All right, if you follow Brandon White on Instagram, you will know that from time to time he will post memes, whether they're funny or whether they're interesting or kind of crazy and weird. He posts memes and they're enjoyable. They're kind of fun. They're funny. They're fun to look at. They're fun to read and etc. He doesn't post enough of them. And his Instagram is filled with a lot of just self-portraits or whatever it may be, or screen captions, but not enough memes. So let's try to get him more memes. All right, number 7, not enough memes. All right. Now we get into number 6, lack of interest in legitimate series. Now this is a big thing with his YouTube channel more than his Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and whatever he uses in as social media. This is mostly with his YouTube channel. Now I know he did a video game series on, I think it was Pokemon, a couple of months ago, maybe close to a year ago, that didn't get enough intrigue, and he ended up cutting it down because nobody wanted to see it. That's fine. I'm not surprised in that. But the lack of series kind of makes his content on the YouTube channel a little bit more of a one-off. It makes it, I mean, he has the reaction series. He has his original song series, but he doesn't have enough branched out series. I think if he had a couple of series, different series that people could follow and see the evolution of a timeline in them, I think that would bring a lot of interest towards his YouTube channel and possibly a bigger following. So number 6, lack of interest in legitimate series. Number 5, lack of Smash information. Now, obviously, I'm not the biggest, person to consult when it comes to knowledge of Super Smash Brothers, whether it's Melee or Smash, whatever it may be. Brandon's the go-to guy when it comes to Smash. Anything Wii, really. Whenever I need to ask anybody about something involving Wii and Nintendo, I always go to Brandon first. Now, I think it's kind of interesting that he does these Smash tournaments and he does this kind of interesting little career thing. He's a professional gamer. I mean, he's a professional gamer as much as I am a professional wrestler. He games professionally, competitively, and he earns money from it. Just like I wrestle professionally and competitively and earn money from it. So he's just as much as a professional gamer as I am a professional wrestler. It's not like I'm in the WWE and he's in the GameStop Smash tournaments, even though it's similar. We're pretty much known, around our respective areas and our respective industries for what we do. And I think the interest of his Smash career could translate to his YouTube channel. So if he were to, let's say, film a lot of information on his Smash career, maybe vlog his tournaments, maybe stream his tournaments or something like that, so kind of expose his Smash career, his professional gaming career out to YouTube. I think that would bring a broad following into his channel, and possibly, much like the legitimate series that he could put out, could bring in a cult following. A cult following. You get what I'm talking about. Number 4, reactions are far and few between. I love the Branflakes reaction videos. Hence why I'm making an effort to have one right now, and it's live stream, so anything can happen. I've watched all the Mr. How ones, even though there's been like 1 or 2 only. I've watched the Yuan Kazoo ones. I've watched the Holy Cross, Christmas one. I've watched a bunch of them. I've watched them all, really. And I think his reactions are one of the funniest things that come across because it involves the editing, it involves his true reactions. He watches something for the first time while he's reacting to it, and you get his full, legitimate reaction to it, which is always entertaining, and it's interesting to see that from a specific creator on YouTube. But I think with all the promise that he has with the editing and the jokes that he can layer and the legitimate reactions, I think if he did more of those, it could grasp a specific amount of people, and they could see that this is a legitimately interesting reaction to a legitimately interesting topic most of the time. And if it's not an interesting topic, Brandon White, Branflakes, has the charisma to be able to bring that and make something that's even bland and boring interesting to the viewer. So I think if he put more reactions out, that would be awesome, and I would obviously watch every single one of them. Number 3, he doesn't upload often. It's kind of sad. It's really sad to see a really funny YouTube channel and a really interesting YouTube channel with a legitimate host that has a lot of charisma, has a lot of intrigue from audiences, and has just this personality that is so distinct and is so easy to follow. It's sad when you don't see too much of it. I get that he's busy very often. I get that he has a lot of things to do, especially with homework and shit. And I know that editing takes a lot, but I think I'm one to say that I would love to see a consistent upload, whether it's a schedule or just consistent uploads on the Branflakes YouTube channel, because it's a very interesting YouTube channel. I mean, this channel, when it had 10 to 12 subscribers when it first started, the year it first started, we had 20 videos or such. It was 3 from Zach Hoyt, the co-founder and former employee, and it had like a couple from me, majority of which were vlogs, and like 2 video series from the Unicraft series. And people wanted to see more, and now we have almost 500 videos in the over a 4-year span, which is insane. And I want to see more videos from Branflakes and the YouTube channel because it's just such an interesting thing to see. He's such a naturally charismatic man that when you watch him, when you see him, when you just, pretty much watch his content and get hooked on his content, it's an easy personality to relate to and adjust to. And it's always awesome to see somebody that's so easily receptible from the audience. Number 2, not much is known about his personal life. Now, I get people want to stay secretive. I mean, I've said before everything about my personal life. The stalker that I have. My former alcoholic, abusive, and now just big gut wrenching mistake of a mother, and just shithead, immature brother, and angel of a grandmother who just wasn't really fit for the role of, guardian, and the whole foster care shit and why I'm in Bridgeport. I've let it all out to you guys. You all know it. But I think one big thing about Brandon White about Branflakes that is kind of different. I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing, but it's different, is that he's very secretive. If you have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram account, a Snapchat account, Twitter account, whatever it may be, and you're on that often, and you're trying to make this a hobby at the very least, you can't be really secretive because you've got videos going out to a mass audience. You know, you could literally have a video of yourself in this random topic go viral. You can bring in hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and then you're a host, a very good host, but you have secrets, and people are wanting those secrets, and not necessarily secrets, but they want to know more about you. And Brandon White is very secretive when it comes to that. You know, he doesn't talk about his friendship with me. I don't really talk about my friendship with Brandon White. It was only really well known on the internet through Unitards Gaming, which is and we'll get to that in a second. But it's just, I think, the more that is known about his personal life, not necessarily all in detail. I'm not asking, who is your fucking 578th girlfriend, and who'd you lose your virginity to, and how much money do you make, and what would take you to come back to professional gaming. Like I have said all of this shit. I'm not necessarily saying all of that information, but I'm saying, like, more about your family, vlog your personal life, your outside life, who you are in school, who you are at home. Just be more capable of speaking about who you are, what you do, and just be current on that. I've been current my entire time on YouTube, and I wouldn't be on YouTube if I wasn't going to tell you more about myself as a person. So I think that's one thing that Brandon White could really use. And we can recap the rest, or the former of the list, before we get to number 1. Number 7, not enough memes. Number 6, lack of interest in legitimate series. Number 5, lack of Smash information. Number 4, reactions are few and far between. Number 3, does not upload often. Number 2, not much is known about his personal life. And number 1, failed outside ventures. Now, I didn't really want to put this on the list because it's not all on him, but he's had, sadly, a small nonetheless, but a history of venturing outside into other topics and, well, I'm not going to say fail in them, but lack the proper attention drive to it. Obviously, he's very good with acting. He's very good in music. But if you want an example of a failed outside venture, just look at our failed outside venture from last year, Unitards Gaming. We uploaded 7 or 8 videos, and then it went dead, and I'm in the process of deleting that channel from YouTube. A lot of people can put it on me. Obviously, I'm not driven enough to, by myself, maintain 2 YouTube channels, especially one, 2 that are completely separate. But then again, Brandon is also, he wanted to kind of leave Unitards Gaming and take a break, take a hiatus for a while, and do other things, like, etc., Branflakes and whatever it may be. So, he ended up leaving that, and that was one of the things that failed. And while it wasn't necessarily his fault, he's still attributed to it because he was one of the mainstays in that channel and that venture. And, obviously a lot of people will be saying, hey, you know what? It was your channel. It was named off of you, so it's your fault. Well, we can also look at another failed outside venture, Salt and Pepper Gaming. Couple of videos were released. Nothing really ever came of it. Obviously, you can put half the blame on Jacob Gannon, and you can put half the blame on Branflakes, but at the end, it's another failed venture that comes back to attribute it to him, just because he was involved with it. And I'm not saying he's the reason for why Unitards Gaming went under. I'm not saying he's the reason why Salt and Pepper Gaming went, mediocre. I'm just saying that because they ended up becoming busts or mediocre or failures, he ended up being attributed to a failure just because he was involved with it. And I'm not saying that's fair, because it's not. He's definitely not the big reason for why Unitards Gaming went under. It's just a lack of interest from the both of us. But to be fair, and it was also bad timing, but the thing is, to be fair, he was involved with it, so people are going to point fingers at him and say, hey, you were one of, not the, but one of the causes for why it went, these things went under. So it's sad, and it's kind of true, but it's not all true. He's not completely to blame. I mean, I'm a big reason for why Unitards Gaming went under, and I didn't want to put this in or involve that, but the thing is, the list was the 7 worst things about Branflakes, and The outside venture is attributed to the Branflakes brand, and it was really the biggest, most noteworthy thing about it. So, number one that takes the cake is the failed outside ventures. And with that being said, there it is. The 7 worst things about Brandon Branflakes White. Now, if I wanted to be harsh and kind of mean about it, I could have said 7 worst things about Brandon White and could have gone down. I could have said something like, his style or his hair or something like that, even though I'm not too much better. But the thing is, it's just the Branflakes brand, and the Branflakes brand is kind of like that online persona that you see. So, you had something that I could actually do something interesting and not have it be mean. So this was all in good fun, and again, a big personal note. This was not to be mean or hateful or disrespectful or rude. This was just, for entertainment purposes. This was all in good fun. And Brandon and I are still good friends at the end of the day. And I'm, again, like this video and try to get this guy to do a 7 worst or a random amount of worst things about Zach Unitards Hardy. And it could be anything. How about just the Zach Hardy brand? And with that being said, that's all I have for now. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. And Brandon White, Branflakes, if you did watch and you did react, thank you very much for reacting. And thank you for watching, all of you. You've been an incredible audience. Like, favorite, comment, whatever. Follow my Instagram at Unitards. That's at UNITARDZZ. It's the YouTube name, just with one more Z at the end. Follow that on Instagram. That's the official company, production company Instagram account. And with that being said, I'm out. I'm having a great day. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm Zach Hardy. I'm signing off.